I was diagnosed at 6 years old. My mom talked to my teacher and said I may have symptoms for ADHD. I have struggled lifelong because of this disorder. Many people have ADHD, and it's important to know the struggles that students go through and how we can help them or yourself. I was diagnosed when I was 6 years old. I have gone through the education system, kindergarten through 12th grade. Furthermore, I have transitioned from high school to college. I researched online specifically for this presentation to get more info on ADHD. While students with ADHD can be successful in college, issues can arise when they transition to the college setting, move to distractions, less internal instructions, and more responsibility. The 3 points I'm going to go over with you is distractions, external structures, and increasing responsibility. Finally, I'm going to discuss some ideas to help students with ADHD to stay on track. The transition to this college is very stressful and challenging for most people when ADHD is in the mix. Challenges become greater. Students who manage distractions while in high school can find themselves struggling to manage how distractions in the collegiate setting are. One barrier to success is managing the increased amount of distractions. From Rooney stated, the college campuses are filled with temptations that can distract from getting work, and college students with ADHD the results they want. Friends, roommates, parties, TV, social media, doing nothing, cleaning, or hanging with your boyfriend are all distractions for an ADHD student. Students have a tremendous amount of free time. Learning how to manage free time is important for managing distractions. Now that you understand the distractions that college kids with ADHD face, we are now going to talk about the decrease in external structures. A second barrier to collegiate success is fewer external structures while living at home. Parents regulate the students' daily activities. Stated by Cantor, the collegiate student chooses how to spend their time, write the paper, or attend the parties, do laundry, or buy new clothes. While living at home, parents would make sure that the papers were done, the dishes were washed, and the laundry was folded. Stated by Rooney, managing classes, a social life, and extracurricular activity without day-to-day parental support from parents and a structured schedule isn't easy. There is no structure in college that makes students get their work done before fun or get out of bed. Teachers are no longer responsible for making sure you're on track. Schreiber emphasizes the significant difference between high school and college experiences for students with ADHD related to the issues of who is responsible for identifying the student and in meeting the student's needs. Now that you understand the diminished external controls, let's now talk about the increase in responsibility. Responsible for taking medications is their responsibility, or managing the treatment plan. Students don't like the side effects with ADHD medications, which leads them to not taking it. Creating a significant impact on their educational success is taking those meds. Students now own the responsibility of seeking accommodations. Parents and teachers in high school drove the support. Stating in the article, Graphing with a Medicated Self, the case of ADHD college students, author Mika Lowe, professor at Collegiate and Leg Clotino from New York City Press, argues that students who have been diagnosed with ADHD are perceived to be in a position that hinders them from achieving academic ethic, or pharmaceutical treatment can be seen as integral to the student's ability to meet these expectations. Students are responsible to seek the office so they can grant those accommodations. Nobody is going for the student. Students are now responsible for activities of daily living. Prior to moving away, the parents would provide their meals, do their laundry, or manage the house. Now that we finished the discussion about increased responsibility of students transitioning to a collegiate setting, we will now move on to some recommendations that help students stay on track. Tips for setting yourself up for success. In the college system, students are responsible for themselves. Stated by Rooney, There are plenty of things you can do to get yourself up for success, and these are the things that he suggests. Go to class, be real, work first, play later, be proactive, sleep, take meds, and think before you drink. Rooney says, while excessive drinking isn't healthy for anyone, research shows that students with ADHD experience more negative consequences as a fruit of their drinking than students with ADHD. The best choice is to avoid alcohol altogether. First, I described how the transition to a collegiate setting brings and increases in the distractions to students. External structure helps kids be able to transit to college. And then I described how responsibilities increase, and I gave some recommendations to keep students on track. While students with ADHD can be successful in college, issues can arise when transitioning to college. There are more distractions, less external structures, and more responsibility. Having ADHD is tough for students who are transitioning out of the high school setting and into the college setting. If you're transitioning to the collegiate setting, I encourage you to start managing your life before college, as well as utilizing the tips that I gave you. Although students with ADHD have additional challenges of transition to college, we can be successful. If I can get through it my first year of college, you can too.